Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Sinful Sunday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when you are here. I know I'm here an awful lot, but I have an awful lot on my plate to review. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you a bigger bite of every single movie of every single day, such as your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, a link for a trailer, a link for where you can watch this bad boy for free, and if you decide you can help support Matt's Movie Mania and toss me a couple of bucks. Now that I got all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. Today's came out back in 2023. It is known as The Curse of Ravencrest. Very interesting film. Like I said, 2023. It's a short. It runs at 15 minutes and some odd seconds. It's directed by none other than our good friend Dan Williams, who we've reviewed a couple of movies for already, Through the Glass, and then Halloween 7, The Curse Returns, the Halloween fan film that was really cool. But anyways, this one is a very interesting movie. What exactly is it about? Well, it starts out with this. Gosh, how do I say this? This group of people that are going to meet up with a friend, who you find out that friend lost a sister at the place that they are going to, which is Ravencrest, which happens to be an abandoned mental asylum. So it has lots of bad juju going on there. It's not a place you want to be. When they meet up with the older brother of the friend, he's very hostile about the whole situation. That wants to know why one of the other guys is there. And he's just very, very aggressive and just not a real pleasant character, in my opinion. But I understand why he isn't, because you lose your sister in something tragic like this. I'm gonna lower the camera just a bit. There we go. You lose your sister in something tragic like that, where she goes up missing, and she was last seen at Ravencrest looking for ghosts and spirits and all kind of paranormal activity. So they eventually get there. They are greeted with a guard as they are starting to break into the building. The guard, hey, what the hell are you guys doing here? One of those numbers. Instead of taking off and running in a direction that is better, they decide to run directly into the building and split up and try to find different areas of access so they can escape. In my opinion, that's the dumbest idea that you could ever do. Running into a abandoned asylum and then splitting up. Just really not a smart idea. But it is one of those things that happens in our favorite kinds of horror subgenre films. And then our friends are being met one by one by different spiritual entities. Eventually, one of them gets some shock treatment. There's a person that eventually gets they're setting them up for a lobotomy. It's just crazy stuff left and right. Eventually, our victims all perish one by one. And then we have a very good ending. I'm not going to give away the ending because I think it's very good. I'll just say it involves the brother and sister, and I'll leave it at that. Now on to the three things that I love my movies to me. First is the audio. The audio is very good in this. It is definitely got high production value when it comes to the audio. There's never a moment where I don't understand what a character has said. I think that everybody is very good at what they're doing in this. As far as audio goes, I want to say it's very crisp, cool, and clean. So I'm going to give it another A on there. And so the dialogue's very interesting. It keeps you very your attention. It keeps your attention very well. It's hip new dialogue that people talk like still. It's definitely very, very new and fresh feeling still. Granted, yeah, it's only a year old. So I'm going to give it an A plus there. Now on to my favorite part of this, which is the editing. It is edited together very well. It almost has a not seamless vibe, but it's almost like the cuts are almost perfect, and they couldn't get them in a better place. There is a nice forward momentum on it. It never stutters on its pacing. It just constantly keeps you wanting more, and it's delivering throughout the entire film. So I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it another A on the editing. So now on to my final score of 1 through 5. This one's going to get a 4 out of 5. It is really just overall a great little short. It is probably my favorite thing I've watched from Dan so far. I think I got a couple others on his YouTube page that are long enough for me to review, so look for those in the future. If memory serves me correct, I think he had 1 or 2 others that were over the 10-minute marker. So that if they're over that, then chances are I'll give it a review. Okay, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm probably going to be back at you with another one tomorrow. We're probably going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday again next week, just because I have a lot of stuff lined up for the rest of the month, and I don't want to fall behind. All right, guys, love your faces, and as always, peace.